creating a device that amplifies paranormal activity. And we might be the only ones who can stop it.
Holtzman, come on!
Ghostbusters reboot is directed by Paul Feig and it stars Melissa McCarthy, Kristen Wiig, Kate McKinnon, Leslie Jones and Chris Hemsworth. The paranormal activity is increasing in New York City and these four women decide to form a group to catch ghosts and stop this activity. Also, Chris Hemsworth is their receptionist. And he's really dumb as well. I never grew up watching the original Ghostbusters. In fact, I only first saw it a couple months ago. I thought it was pretty good. This reboot I definitely think is not as good as the original. But that being said, this reboot's not really that bad. The easiest way to describe Ghostbusters is saying that it's really fun. It's really enjoyable, and there are quite a few chuckles to be had. Most of that I'll put to the quick and witty dialogue that happens throughout the movie. But there are not as many really well set up jokes. Just a lot of quick dialogue, and at times the script moves too fast for the joke to actually set in. Kate McKinnon, from what I've heard, really seems to be the dividing point between people for those who have seen this movie. She has by far one of the greatest scenes in the movie. But I thought she was a great and interesting character, and I really enjoyed it. Leslie Jones also wasn't as overly annoying as you think she might be. And Chris Hemsworth was pretty funny at times too. But here's the problem with Chris Hemsworth and men overall in this movie. The biggest problem in the Ghostbusters reboot is the representation of men. 100% every male character in this movie is either an idiot, a douchebag, or a coward. This is even cemented further when the villain is a man and how he is beaten. I am not lying at all when I say that every male character, except for maybe one, who does nothing in the movie except for starting the plot, is either an idiot, a douchebag, or a coward. It also feels like there are quite a few huge scenes missing. I don't know whether someone spiked my drink or they just weren't there. Because when it gets to the end, I wasn't sure what happened because the movie went from A to D. Not a male one, of course, because this is the Ghostbusters reboot and equal representation is for chumps. The villain in this movie is also impersonal too. I always wondered what a movie would be like if the villain had nothing to do with the heroes or the main character. And this movie did it, and it sucked. All throughout the movie, the Ghostbusters, who only catch about one ghost by the way, they just keep catching ghosts because it's their duty. When the villain shows up, there's no personal vendetta. It's just, there's ghosts, and it's hurting New York City. And we don't like that because we're the Ghostbusters from New York City. Like I said, they only catch about one ghost and without revealing the scenario, they release it. And then you're back to 0 ghosts. There's no montage, they have just caught the ghosts and now they're qualified. The ghosts themselves aren't that memorable either. I remember the original ghosts better than these ones. This reboot isn't sure if it wants to be. There are some decent scary scenes, there are some decent funny moments. But there are just way too many callbacks to the original Ghostbusters. So the movie couldn't stand on its own. This movie, despite what I said, it's a ton of fun. Totally see it sometime on a rainy day. I will say that the Ghostbusters reboot, Platypus approves, because it's just so fun. Have you seen Ghostbusters? Who's your favourite movie ghost? Let me know down below. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to become one of the Platypus, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Oh wow, you made it to the end of the video. Good job. How about you click that subscribe button for more content? Or click one of these 2 videos. You know, either one's good enough.